Australia's newest and largest conservation zone was declared today in the Central Australian Desert. Aboriginal owners of the land in the southern Tanami Desert celebrated the agreement that will see their land protected in line with international conservation standards. The ABC's Alison Horn was in Central Australia for the occasion.
This is the southern Tanami Desert, about 500 kilometres west of Alice Springs, and it's now Australia's largest land conservation zone. Today, Indigenous leaders from this area signed a deal with the federal government to protect and maintain the ecosystem and the cultural sites of this land. What it means practically is the local wildlife will be protected and threatened species like the bilby and the great desert skink will be monitored to conserve and grow their numbers. It also means feral pests like foxes will be controlled, and there'll be weed management and eradication programs. The government says it's a landmark deal.
It means now that the traditional owners here have signed up as part of the national estate to look after this country on behalf of all Australians, not only themselves, but significantly gives them the control of how to look after it properly.
But this deal is more than just about biodiversity. It's also about keeping Aboriginal culture strong. The traditional owners of this land say they used to manage it for thousands of years before white settlement. They now hope to combine those years of traditional knowledge with Western methods of management to conserve the area. And the local people will be trained to be the Indigenous rangers monitoring the site. The Aboriginal leaders say they'll be able to pass on their knowledge of the land to the next generation. And they're hopeful they'll have more of a say over how the land is managed.
I feel really happy now because most of our dreams coming true. To look after land, from money from the government, money from the other private peoples, where they looked at this country is very, very important. It's part of Australia, and if Australians can look after the park, so can we.
The conservation area is more than 10 million hectares. That's an area about 30% larger than Tasmania. But the government says it has the numbers on the ground and the resources to maintain its conservation goals.
Alison Horn reporting from the Tanami Desert.